YouTube, it's Jojo QB. I still don't have an intro, but we'll figure that out. I'm going to be showing you how to clear the Spiral Abyss today. You're going to be using National Team, no 5 stars, and Ito Triple Geo on the other side with 2 5 stars and 1 5-star weapon. The very first thing you're going to want to do when you're trying to clear the Abyss, please choose a card that's beneficial to at least one of your teams. Usually you'd want to choose one that's beneficial to your team that's going to carry the most, or if you have a team that's underbuilt, choose a card that's going to boost that team up to your other team's damage potential. Okay, so there's going to be 3 waves of ranged Hilichurls and 3 waves of melee Hilichurls. What you want to do is pay attention to the ranged ones first, because they are the most annoying and they will do the most damage to you. Plus, the melee ones will always be aggroed, they will always run towards you, but the ranged ones will always go away so they can shoot at you from a distance. You're going to want to run to the left, take care of the first group of ranged Hilichurls. There's 3, then 3 more will spawn to the right, so you want to go over there and kill all 3 of them, and then the 3rd set is going to spawn right where the first set was, and you're going to want to run back over there and take care of those guys. After that, the Mitre Chills will spawn in. These guys will not spawn in unless you kill all of the melee Hilichurls, so you gotta pay attention to that. What I would recommend for this chamber is any sort of grouping unit animal, like Sucrose, Kazuha can work, or especially Venti, because you can kill all of the waves with 1 Venti burst if you do enough damage. Alright, so in this chamber you're gonna have to fight 3 Nobushi and 2 Kairagi. Standard procedure if you've been in the Abyss for a while. What you're gonna want to do, you're gonna run towards the ranged one, which would be the purple one, and start attacking him, and the other 2 will come towards you. Easy. Then afterwards you're gonna want to run towards the edge of the map, and the 2 Kairagi will do their slashing animation thing where they dash towards you. It just didn't happen this time because I had Ushi out and he was taunting him, and they'll come towards you, and what you're gonna want to do from there is try to edge bait them as much as possible. Keep them in that corner there and try to deal damage to both of them at the same time, because if you kill one without the other, he's gonna regen his HP. What you can also do if you have a single target unit, you can focus one alone and try to leave the other one full HP, and that way he technically can't heal because his HP is full, and then you burst down that one and you kill them both. Or you can just brute force it and win. You can do that too. As far as elements I recommend for this chamber, I would definitely say you should use Cryo here. Because of the electro infusion, the cryo will cleanse it from them, and you'll be able to deal your regular amounts of damage. Apart from cryo, pyro is also pretty decent here as well. I'd say single target DPSs are viable as long as you can hit both of the Kairagi at the same time. And if you have extra time, you can always use that time to try to get your burst back up for the next chamber. Yeah, so now on to chamber 2-1, where we have everyone's favorite boss, the Cryo Hypostasis. I don't know why MiHoYo decides, no, it's Hoyoverse now. I don't know why they keep deciding to put this thing in here, but oh well. Right off the bat, if you have Hu Tao, if you have a built Yanfei, Xiangling works, Diluc, basically any pyro unit, Klee, just use them here, please. Don't go through the pain, just use them. So one of the reasons this boss is so annoying is because it stalls so much, and it has such a short window that you can actually deal damage to it. What I would say is, if you start this fight and it does this roly-poly thing right from the get-go, just restart. It's not worth it. Just restart. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but every time I get a chance, I hit it with my Bennett's E, just like just now, Even if it's not vulnerable, when you hit it with a skill, you can still get particles. Alright, so when it turns into this big cube, what you're gonna want to do now is hit it with at least two Bennett E's, or you can use Shangling's Guoba. I just happen to have Shangling's alt up, so that was nice. You want to stand up as close to it as possible, because that would cause the frost balls to land really close to you, and you'll be close enough to the core. And at this point, you just burst it down, do damage to it, finish it off before it gets back up. Alright, so once again, enemies that everyone hates. You're gonna want to try to just pray to Iron Jesus in this floor and just this chamber and just hope something, a miracle happens. Usually what will happen, you run towards one of the little kind of chip looking ones, he would dash back into the other one, so that's a tech you could use, but it doesn't always work. Like here you see it doesn't work, so I had to fight them individually. But what you need to remember in this chamber is the octopus looking one will always aggro and come towards you, so focus on fighting the chip ones. If you can get them to dash towards each other by running towards one of them, and what you want to do is have its back facing the other one, so when it dashes backwards it goes into that one. If not, you're gonna have to do what I did and just fight them one at a time. But always focus on the little chips. Afterwards, what I do is I focus on the Ruin Grader. At some point in time, the two snakes will come towards you. You might want to have a shield here because they do a lot of damage. That attack where they start focusing on the ground does a whole lot of damage, bro. You're gonna want a shield or some kind of heal. And at that point, all you're gonna want to do is just boost them down. And this chamber is relatively easy. It's just the RNG is the problem here. Just boost them down, use those stacks, boost them down, and you'll be fine. Alright, so moving on to chamber 3-1, you're gonna have to fight one of the thick queens, the mirror maiden, and two of the cryo gunners. What you're gonna want to do here is try to CC the mirror maiden as soon as possible, so you can prolong her from using a skill that marks you. After doing this, what you're gonna want to do is, what I do is I focus on the mirror maiden as much as possible because she has the most HP, and the cryo gunners will always aggro towards you. The only issue here is you will get frozen if you get hit with one of her hydro attacks. So at this point is when I start focusing on the cryo gunners. Pyro is once again really useful on this side, particularly Bennett, because he can he can remove the slowing waters debuff that the mirror maiden applies. Also Jean can, Diona would as well because she imbues you with cryo. Getting hit by the cryo gunners also will remove the slowing waters debuff, but it will also freeze you, so it's probably not a good idea to do that. Chamber 3-3. Once again guys, you're gonna want to get your hands together, close your eyes, and pray to Iron Jesus, because this boss makes absolutely no sense to have in the abyss. I don't know whose idea this was, but please do not do this again. Generally speaking, at the start of the fight, he will stay up majority of the times. What you're gonna want to look out for is when he does this rolling attack that he just did, he will stay up for a while when he does that. If you see him burrow under the ground, this is not the time to use your skills, because you are going to just waste your time. During this abyss swirl thing, I don't even know what you'll call this, you can escape it if you use a tall character and sprint, or you can use a shield, or you can use iframes and get away from the damage. When he comes up, don't do like I did and just waste your skills. Wait for him to come up, and when he comes up with that swirl pattern like that, he's usually gonna do an attack and swirl around. At this point here, you can hit his weak point to make him vulnerable and fall down to the ground. I play on mobile. I tried, trust me, I did this for like 5 minutes trying to get a clip for you all of me disabling him. Mobile aim is not the way to go. Trust me, it's just not the way to go. I'm sorry, but I can't. And at that point, that's all I can tell you really. Wait for him to come up. Certain skills he'll stay up longer. And do damage, bro. And pray. And bam! That's Ito, it's a bullchucker. That's his correct name. You cleared the abyss. Pretty easy. Not really. But I hope this was helpful to someone, at least someone. Comment, let me know if it helped you out. Comment, let me know if you have any questions that you want to know. Team comp recommendations, maybe. Do you want help with Floor 11? Like and subscribe. Jojo.